How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going back to Historic for some Historic Best of One. I call this one Mazemind Hunger. But before we get into it, I'm like to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. One last thing I'd like to say for all my new followers and subscribers on either Twitch or YouTube. Once you do follow or subscribe, just reach out to me in the chat or the comments, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Just make sure to reach out to me on the chat or the comment, because there's no other way for me to contact you other than that, if you're interested. But yeah, excited to be able to offer that. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm very excited for this deck today. So on to the one-drops. We have 3 copies of Grafdigger's Cage. It's an artifact. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. On to the 2-drops, we're running the full playset of Guardian Idol, another artifact that enters the battlefield tapped. We can tap it for colorless mana, or we can pay 2 at any time, and Guardian Idol becomes a 2/2 golem artifact creature until the end of turn. We are running the 3 copies of Mazemind Tome, another artifact. We can tap it and put a page counter on Mazemind Tome, scry 1, and then we could pay 2, tap, put a page counter on Mazemind Tome, draw a card, and then when there are 4 more page counters, we exile it and gain 4 life. And then finally, the full play set of Mind Stone, another artifact. Tap it for colorless, or we can pay 1, tap, sacrifice it, and draw a card. We're skipping the 3 drops and we're moving to the 4 drops. We have the full playset of Hedron Archive, another artifact. We can tap it for 2 colorless mana, and then we can pay 2, tap, sacrifice, and draw 2 cards. We have 1 copy of Karn, Scion of Urza. He comes in at 5 loyalty. His +1 says, reveal the top 2 cards of your library. An opponent chooses one of them, put that card into your hand, and exile the other with a silver counter on it. -1, put a card you own with a silver counter on it from exile into your hand. And then -2 is create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Then we're running the full playset of Karn, the Great Creator. He comes in at 5 loyalty, and his static ability says activated abilities of artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated. And then his +1, until your next turn, up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. And then -2, you may reveal an artifact card you own from outside of the game, or choose a face-up artifact card you own in exile and put that card into your hand. And yes, we do have a sideboard for this. We'll get into that after the deck. This is one of the main combo pieces, a new card from Zendikar Rising called Forsaken Monument, another artifact. It says colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. It says whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, add an additional colorless. And then whenever you cast a colorless spell, we gain 2 life. And then finally at the top end, we have the full playset of Ugin, the Ineffable. He comes in at 4 loyalty, and his static ability says colorless spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. His +1 ability says exile the top card of your library face down and look at it, create a 2/2 colorless spirit creature token, and when that token leaves the battlefield, put the exiled card into your hand. And then his -3 ability, destroy target permanent that's 1 or more colors. We have 3 copies of Ugin the Spirit Dragon. He comes in at 7 loyalty. His +2, he deals 3 damage to any target. His -X, exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less, that's 1 or more colors. And then his ultimate is -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. And then finally, Ulamog of the Ceaseless Hunger. He's a 10/10, indestructible. When you cast this spell, exile 2 target permanents, and whenever Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, attacks, defending player exiles the top 20 cards of their library. On to the lands. We have a bunch of weird lands here. I have 1 copy of Arch of Orazca. If we have 10 or more permanents, we get the City's Blessing when we can activate its ability and draw a card. I have 2 copies of Crawling Barrens. We can tap it for colorless, or we can pay 4, put 2 1/1 counters on it, and it becomes an elemental creature until the end of turn. It's still a land. We're running the full play set of Interplanar Beacon. Whenever you cast a Planeswalker spell, you gain 1 life. We can tap it for colorless. We're not worried about the last part. Running the full play set of Karn's Bastion. Tap for colorless, and then we can pay 4, tap, and proliferate, which comes in handy with our Planeswalkers. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Running 3 copies of Labyrinth of Skophos. Another one we could tap for colorless, and then pay 4 and remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. Running the full play set of Radiant Fountain. When it enters the battlefield, we gain 2 life. We can tap it for colorless. 1 copy of Scavenger Grounds. Add colorless, and then we can pay 2, tap, sacrifice a desert, and exile all cards from all graveyards. We have 3 Sunscorched Desert. Another desert. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, and we can tap it for colorless. And then finally, 2 copies of Zhalfirin Void. Enters the battlefield, we get to scry 1. We can tap it for colorless. And let's get into the sideboard. I'm going to just go over these very quickly. Tormod's Crypt, another artifact that we could tap, sacrifice, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. 1 more copy of Grafdigger's Cage. 1 Shadow Spear, gives the equipped creature +1/+1, has trample and lifelink, and then we can activate the ability permanent. Your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Costs 2 to equip. 2 copies of Sorcerous Spyglass. As it enters the battlefield, we look at our opponent's hand, and then we choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. 1 copy of Spark Hunter Masticore for 3/4. He's a 3/4, and when we cast him, we have to discard a card. He has protection from Planeswalkers. We can pay 1, and he does 1 damage to target Planeswalker. We can pay 3, and he gains indestructible until the end of turn. 1 copy of Helm of the Host. This is an artifact equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary. If equipped creature is legendary, and that token gains haste, we equip for 5. 1 copy of Lithoform Engine, another artifact. We can pay 2, tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. The +3, tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell. Well, we won't be really dealing with that. And then the 4th one, pay 4, tap, copy target permanent spell you control. That becomes a token. So we can copy lands, we can copy artifacts, everything, as long as it's not legendary. 1 copy of Mystic Forge. It's another artifact. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells and colorless spells from the top of your library, and then we can tap, pay 1 life, and exile the top card of our library. Now, if you have a Grafdigger's Cage in play, you cannot use the Mystic Forge's ability to play, obviously, cards from your library, so just keep that in mind. We have 1 copy of Perilous Vault artifact. We can pay 5, tap, exile Perilous Vault, exile all non-land permanents. 1 copy of God Pharaoh's Statue. Another artifact. Spells your opponents cast cost 2 more to cast, and at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. 1 copy of Akroma's Memorial. Creatures you control have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, and protection from black and from red. 2 copies of Meteor Golem. He's a 3/3, and when he enters the battlefield, we destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. And then finally 1 copy of Platinum Angel. It's a 4/4 with flying. It says you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. So this deck is about ramping hard into our top end, which is, our Planeswalkers, our Ugin, Ceaseless Hunger. Forsaken Monument can just get out of hand. It helps us stabilize with the life gain. It also allows us to ramp and then makes our other colorless creatures bigger. We use Karn to access our sideboard for whatever situation we need. Mazemind is early card draw and scry, which is amazing. Ugin is really good and synergizes with the deck by making all of our colorless spells cast less. We can put bodies on the field with his +1 or destroy permanents with his -. The Ugin the Spear Dragon is completely ridiculous. The only drawback is its cost, but with this deck we can get him out. I think turn 4 is the fastest I've ever got him out, which is usually enough to make people quit. Ulamog itself is just retarded. If he can't be dealt with, it's usually game over in 1 or 2 turns. And then we have a bunch of lands that help us synergize with the deck, card draw. Crawling Barrens can become another creature. Karn's Bastion helps us proliferate our planeswalkers. Interplanar Beacon also is gaining us life. We can remove attacking or blocking creatures from combat with our Labyrinth. Radiant Fountain helps us stabilize. Another graveyard. Exile. Sunscorched Desert help us ping for those last points of damage. And Zhalfirin Void helps us scry. So let's get into it. We're going to be playing some Historic Rank today. And just want to say thanks for watching. Let's do it. All right. So we have a 3-lander here. We had a Grafdiggers, 2 Mazemind, and an Ugin. We'll take this. Or I'm sorry, we'll keep this, I should say. Let's play the Karns first. I think we'll wait to play the Sunscorched until we absolutely have to. Cool. Mono blue tempo. Cool. I'll take a Karn. Petromander. Okay, we'll scry on the first Mazemind. No, we don't need another Ugin. And scry again. Karns. We're looking for some ramp. Now, what we need to figure out is if our opponent is running hard counters or if it's like the pay 1 or pay 2. Okay. Cool. gonna say, damn, dude, you don't have any land? Okay, we're gonna scry with you. We'll take that, and we will draw a card. Let's try and get some counters out of his hand, because we want this to come into play in this. Okay, so he is playing Spell Pierce, that's good to know. Yeah, of course, no worries. Oh, I hope you got a whole handful of these, my friend. Scry here, gain some life. We'll take that. Cool. Keep going. Okay, Forsaken, I'm sorry, Guardian Idol. Three, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna scoop that one. Not really going anywhere. I think that's the only deck that this would be very weak against is like counterspell deck. But we just couldn't get any ramp, and he already got on top of us. But let's hop into another one. Not giving up on this deck yet.
Love you, Daddy.
Love you too, man. Okay, so we got a 2-lander here. No other ramp. I think we'll mulligan this. This looks like a little bit better. I think we can drop let's drop the Interplanar here. right. Start off with Karns. Reach. So here we have 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 7. So we just need one more land. And we can Ugin on that ass. Unfortunately, our Ugin will not hit his Mazemind. Turn 4 Ugin. I'll take it. -3. Sorry, my man. Okay. He does not have an answer. It's not good for him. He's got a lot of land, that's for sure. Ooh, Bolas' Citadel. That'll be nice for our friend here. Cool. Going down awfully low, my friend. Three, 6, 4. So 4. I'm gonna wipe all those. Sorry, man. Let's play the Hedron. Next turn we can Ulamog, and that should be game over. Cool. Oh, I see. He uses like ramping creatures that let him play extra lands to keep going with Bolas' Citadel. But you gotta have life for that. Oh, I guess he's gonna gain life from. Cool. You better do something. Cool, man. Let's go. Are you done? Oh my god. Let's go. How do you feel about that? Well, we're definitely attacking. Oof. We'll pass. Cool. What you got? Nothing. Got him. All right. Let's keep it going. Pretty cool combo there. Bolas' Citadel, keep it going. Some late game synergies. I like. Hop into another one here. Alright. 3-lander, ramp, Forsaken Monument, we keep. Some red-white. Little burrows. And a Mazemind Tome, very nice. Robber of the Rich. Good luck with that. Cheek. Cool. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Gotta get our ramp on. Let's do this. 4, 5. Integrity. He's trying. All right. Nothing we could do there. Could also like run white, and you know, in some undo inversions or some board wipes, but I'm happy with this list. Alright, we got a 3-lander here. Hedron. Yeah, we'll keep this. Alright, let's do Skophos. Got a fellow Ugin supporter. Nice. I guess we should have played Guardian Idol. Since he comes into play tapped. So we'll do Hedron, Idol. So now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's play Ugin. And he quits. Why? Turn 3 Ugin. It wasn't even the big one. Webcam's dusty. Excuse me. Alright, so we got a nice 3-lander here, Mazemind, Hedron, yep, looks good. Okay, let's hit the Void. We do not need an Ulamog yet. Black, Slither Blade, can't be blocked. Okay. Let's play Radiant. Play Mazemind. Let's see if he has any hand disruption here. Ooh. Might be in trouble here. Oh, he's a rogue. Nice. So he hits both Karns. Scry. Mazemind Tome. I think we can deal without that. We definitely have to prioritize here with we'll pass. Wait till he mills us and then we'll draw a card. Another Sorin. Getting all our lands. Play Hedron. Let's do Graph. Pass. Also running counter spells, cool.
Daddy,
What's up?
give him a hug.
Love you, man. Sit up. Remember, you
What?
gotta stay away from Gwyza because you're getting red.
Dad,
What's up? Love you, man.
love you, Daddy.
Okay.
I just finished the derelict. I'm just offloading the crew. The cruise.
All right, we've got time for one more today. All right, got a 3-lander here. Hedron. This looks kind of slow. This looks a little bit better. I guess we drop. So keep this. I'm actually gonna. Just playing Allurus. So let's drop the Ugin. Eugene, the chef, Dolores. Let's gain some life. Knight. I do idle first. Ooh, red-black. Draw a card. Oh, this is probably the 1 and 2. It has like a Dreadhorde Arcanist, I believe. Cool. Play that Mazemind. Pass. We are main decking 3. It has enough to pump now anyway, so I won't block. One's taking quite a bit of damage. Sorcery can only deal non-common damage for creature. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Play him at plus, that's 5. Still going in. Let's do Ugin. Gain some life. He's going to untap. He's going to untap for 5. Wizard's Light, okay.
No!
Oh, so he's just gonna go face. Cool. Oh, lock here. I'm just gonna create a construct here because I know he's gonna kill my Karn anyways. And pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we can Ugin next turn. So that'll be a GG for him. Yeah? Well, I will definitely block you. Love you, man.
Love you, Daddy.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. You're gonna need it. Sure. Got him. All one. Got him. All right, that's all I've got for you guys today. A really fun deck. I'm going to keep playing this actually after this recording. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Just remember, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And then if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you do, just message me in the comment or the chat. Say something, hey, I just subscribed. Then I can respond with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.